to a point as Nigerians where we will begin beating up some of these useless pastors who collect money from politicians to lie and try to change the narrative of the sufferings of Nigerians. We know the good pastors who speak truth to power. We know people like Pastor Issa Buba in Jos. We know Pastor David Ibiyome in Port Harcourt. We know Pastor Paul Elencha in Abuja. We know Bishop Oyedepo. And we are sending these good ones to their colleagues who have collected money to denigrate Nigerians. We are sending you to them. We will soon start beating them up because they have sold out. If they have collected money to better their lives and the lives of their children, they shouldn't come and destroy the momentum that we are trying to build for Nigerians to rise against evil leadership. I won't say more than that. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that update that many Nigerians believe has confirmed the war between Shettima and TINUBU. And next is that video that for me all but confirms the fact that Nyesom Wike actually collapsed. I doubted the rumor of Wike's collapse when it began circulating, but after watching this video, I clearly saw that Wike is not well. If you know him well, you will know that something is wrong with this man. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. This is a reaction from a stakeholder in Edo State to appeal court upholding Monday Okpebholo's victory in the gubernatorial elections in Edo State. See the video.
Well, not for me per se, but for the Edo people. Like you were trying to say in the introduction, that the APC had clinched victory. But what about the Edo people who truly voted for Aswan Ighodalo? One would have thought that by now there will be some jubilation, in areas in Edo State, but the people are mourning. The entire state is in agony. So it's not really victory for the people. It may be a temporary victory for the APC and for Aswan Ighodalo, but he knows he doesn't have the legitimacy of the governance by the Edo people because they did not give him the highest number of lawful votes.
Well, to be entirely clear, we haven't gone around the whole of Edo State, so we don't know if people are celebrating in some parts or not. We certainly saw people celebrating at the tribunal.
Especially, of course, those are members of the APC who came with them from Benin. But you see, it's about the majority of the Edo people who came out to vote. And the Edo people voted based on competence and character. And it is their view that they didn't find confidence in Monday Okpebholo to give him the votes. That is why the people are majorly unhappy. Even on social media, people are mourning. But you see, we had an inkling of this yesterday when there was a purported leakage of the rolling, and people were of the opinion that has it gotten this bad?
Well, actually, the APC are claiming that it was the PDP that leaked that state.
Obviously, it was the work of the APC, and Nigerians. You could see the reactions of a majority of Nigerians on social media, and they were appalled that has it gotten to this point where people now have absolute disgust with the judiciary and lack of fairness, that we're now having to see purported leakages of court ruling that should be the next day. And, true to what the people say, it appeared to be almost the same thing.
You heard that. Now, according to the speaker, the people of Edo State don't want APC's Monday Okpebholo. It is judiciary and INEC that are forcing him on the people. Listen, I have long gone past that notion. Judiciary and INEC can't do anything without a good number of the people of Edo State supporting them. Yes, Monday Okpebholo did not get the majority of votes, but he obviously got a good number. Yes, he got a good number on his side. Secondly, the majority that are against him, what have they done about it? What have they done about their mandate that was stolen? If 3,000 people of Edo turned up at the court for PDP on the first day of the hearing and 4,500 people turned up on the next hearing, do you think the court could have been able to declare Monday Okpebholo the winner? No, they won't. Even during the elections, if the people had intimidated INEC with their number, do you think they would have been able to rig? And who are the people that APC in Edo State used to rig the elections? Are they not still citizens of Edo State? My point is, it is in the hands of Nigerians now. If we want to reshape our states, our constituencies, and the nation at large, we cannot keep complaining about INEC and the judiciary. It is time for the people to rise up and do the needful. Now, Let us look at the top stories. First are those updates that point at the rift between Shettima and TINUBU. And next is that video that, for me, confirms the fact that the rumors of Wike's collapse are not mere allegations. Let's start by taking that video from Nyesom Wike. If you know Nyesom Wike well and you watch this video, you will know that there is something definitely wrong about this man. That gra is not there, and his face looked pumped up like the face of somebody that had undergone serious medical processes. See the video.
I don't want to give credence to people who are only interested in carrying rumors. First of all, the human being, it is not a ghost that will collapse. It's a human being that will collapse if there's any problem with their health. Unfortunately, I did not collapse. I didn't show any sign that I have any health problem. Let me tell you what happened. What happened was that you see that the former head of service of Rivers State Government came out to let the public know what was going on. We had a plan to bomb the House of Assembly complex, and had a plan to attack national assets. In order to divert attention from people not focusing on that, they have to bring one rumor that they have been flown overseas. There was not a time I collapsed, there was not a time anybody took me to that. But you see me every day. The day Mr. President broke Iftar during his birthday, I was there. The next day, I led Abuja residents to pay Salah Beach. I see all those stories just die down. This is the politics. We have thick skin. Those who don't bother us. We are not distracted. We are focused on our job. So I thank Nigerians for being, for really worried that this should be, but people should not wish their fellow human beings such a thing to happen. We know that we will die one day. Nobody will remain in this world forever. But it's only God that says the day you will die, not any human being to say you will die today or you will die tomorrow. So nobody has said, you have seen that. I'm very happy that most of them will. I will write their condolence letter. I can assure you that I will write their condolence letters. So there's nothing like that.
Thank you very much.
You saw that. And reacting to that video, Ayogu here says, "Are you journalists daft? Can't you see that this man is sick? God have mercy." I am telling you, watching that video from the beginning to the end, that was all I saw. The man is clearly not in good shape. And Sammy Young here says, "Bros, you already said it. What is the big deal about someone collapsing? You collapsed, but thank God you are back to life. I'm not thanking God." And this tweet here says, "Wike we know they waste time to give people woto. He can't reach this one. He can't wait till now to respond." Something happened from what I am saying, because initially I shied away from that update because it didn't come from reliable sources. But from what I am seeing physically in this video, something terrible actually happened or is still happening to this Wike. Because I have watched and listened to Wike so much that even if you wake me up from sleep, I can tell a Wike that is okay and one that is not. The last time I saw Wike speaking like this was when another rumor of him being sick circulated sometime last year. He also came out to deny it. And he was also this humble when he spoke about how he was poisoned while in Rivers State government house and he had to be rushed abroad. But whatever be the case, Wike is not well. And the worst is Nigerians wish him the worst. I've not seen anybody that is praying for him. He is out there saying you shouldn't wish your fellow human beings death. But you, Wike, you go beyond wishing people death. You actually take people's lives. And Nigerians ultimately wish the worst for you. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that, those updates that confirm the rift and the war between Shettima and TINUBU began making the rounds. Let's take the reports. Now, TINUBU recently left Nigeria for France, and there were reports that once again he refused to hand over power to Shettima while leaving Nigeria. And less than 24 hours after he left, we saw this video. What you saw there was a video of Shettima jetting out to Senegal. And this is like the 4th or 5th time that Shettima will travel out of Nigeria. Immediately, TINUBU travels out of Nigeria. And report says it is because TINUBU never hands over power to him when he is leaving. He doesn't want the man to be useful at all. And it is believed to be one of the chief reasons why TINUBU's political advisor, Hakim Baba Ahmed, just resigned from TINUBU's cabinet, because Hakim Baba Ahmed is actually walking through Shettima's office for the government. And the man saw that they were so redundant, doing nothing, and he decided to resign. And Nigerians then took to social media and began attempting to confirm the rift between TINUBU and Shettima, because all fingers are pointing to a very serious rift after some top analysts have even alleged that they are not on talking terms. And we can't remember the last time we saw both men together. But the final confirmation came when APC came out to debunk it. Look at this. There is no rift between TINUBU and Kashim Shettima, APC. Now, from the beginning of this administration to this very moment, there is nothing that this regime has debunked that has not turned out to be true. So one way to be sure that anything is true is when APC comes out and says it is a lie. And look at how Nigerians reacted to APC saying that there is no rift between Shettima and TINUBU. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Madaki says, "Now that APC debunked it, I believe it. I am telling you, this is the position of many Nigerians. Those who were in doubt before now absolutely believe it. Because if it was just mere rumor, they wouldn't have talked about it. And this is the pattern. This has been the pattern of this regime. Once they debunk something, it is true." And Daddy Brian here says, "There is absolutely rift. Anything they deny is true." That is it. And Nazif Dadinkowa here says, "Whenever APC says something is right, just take it as left. It is always the opposite. They debunk it, it is true. They support it, it is not true." And Osho here says, "They want to tell the people what they see is not what they see. Isn't it obvious to every and sundry that he has been relegated to the background? He said Oshibajo should sell ice cream. I guess they've sent him to sell tea." And this tweet here by Biola says, "Once they deny something, believe there is something." That is exactly how those people are. Richard here says, "When they start defending, know that there is rift." What more can I say? The rift is real. They came together to grab power for the wrong reasons. In fact, the entire APC came together for the wrong reasons. So chaos is inevitable. I remember how optimistic Shettima was about his role in this government. He said the city boy, that is TINUBU, would handle the economy, while I, Shettima, would handle security. And I remember many TINUBU supporters then kicking against that statement. They said, "Shettima, you are not the commander-in-chief of armed forces. How can you be the one handling security?" Now, both security and economy, Shettima no see anyone handle again. And now I know absolutely why TINUBU built him a 21 billion naira mansion. He gave him a place where he can comfortably relax himself, since he wouldn't be doing anything in this regime. So for those of you who ask what would have Obi done differently, this is another one. Peter Obi cannot have a redundant VP. In one day, I tell you, he and his VP will be in 2 different states overseeing the progress of their initiatives. They will never both leave the country at the same time. It is impossible. But under the APC, anything goes. And I want to speak once again on the resignation of TINUBU's political advisor, the former spokesperson of Northern Elders Forum, Hakim Baba Ahmed. Of course, you know he's Yusuf Dati's elder brother. That man's resignation is a strong indication that Northern Nigeria has totally fallen out with this administration. So it is time for the opposition to put themselves together, move in, and make this coalition happen. The sacking of Labour Party chairman Julius Abure, the good news for the Labour Party. The caretaker chairman is now very well in place. And when they hold their national convention, of course, they will now have a permanent chairman. So let things begin to fall in place for those of us who are giving Nigeria the very last chance, because many Nigerians have given up on all these. They don't want to hear anything about Nigerian politics anymore, but there are still some of us that are giving it the very last chance in 2027 to see if Nigerians can come together and do the right thing, having passed through hell in the hands of APC for 12 years. By then it will be 12 years. So we'll see how Nigerians are going to react to that.